When SEBI came into being in 92-93, after it was notified, SEBI had to bring out regulations on many areas, and each one area is a new thing. So SEBI had its learning process. They also received support from us because there were funds were coming up. VTA has been my favorite institute where I grew up, and where my talents in diverse fields were utilized. We introduced the beginning of the monthly income scheme. First time in India, a savings product was brought out by us, which gave them monthly income. And those checks for the monthly income was dispatched along with the certificate in the beginning. As far as UTI is concerned, there was no separate regulation as such, although there was a regulatory prescription by the IDBI, which was the sponsor of UTI. Originally, Reserve Bank was the sponsor. UTI was used for developing the regulation for mutual fund industry in India as a whole. If we compare today with the international standards, we are on par with the international standards. In fact, SEBI organized a visit, a study tour of US. I was there. This SEBI CD was the leader of the group. We discussed with the mutual fund industry body in America, studied their systems, and brought them home. I always used to say, don't waste time on inventing the wheel. The wheel is available in different parts of the country. Just go there and roll it back to us. That's how we have done. Financial literacy was a subject that was handled by me. We created conferences and meetings across the country on investor awareness program. The program content was designed by me and my colleagues. At those times, there was that overhead projectors in those times, which was used to project our submissions and proposals, and carrying across the message to the people that take a look at MF before we invest only. At the time, the investment culture is only bank. We started participating in the world conference of mutual funds, and everywhere we were given an opportunity to make presentation and talk about the Indian experience, which was well received. It is about 3.8 crores of investors. 3.8 crores of investors, which is a very small percentage of the Indian population. So we have a very long way to go. And we are growing, but at a slow pace. This growth will come as in some of the Scandinavian countries, where 100% of the population are mutual fund owners. But the situation is entirely different. But in our case, we must increase this ratio. Yes, I think the future is very bright. Day by day, mutual funds are strengthened. Day by day, its systems are improved. That 43 asset management companies have together manage 43 lakh assets. This has to go up. This will grow up. Then coming to the types of schemes, there are about 1,400 types of schemes. 1,440, I think. I need to check the figure. The schemes are there. Now, each scheme offering different benefits. One offers capital appreciation, one offers regular income, one offers provision for building assets in the name of your children, one offers assets, creation of assets for your retirement benefit. So for every financial need of a household, there is a scheme, there is a proposal, investment proposal from the mutual fund side. That needs to be conveyed to people and made aware of that. I think I'm happy to say that both financial sector and mutual funds in particular has adopted technology in a big way. Digitalization has been very extensively used. I'm told about 80% of the transactions in mutual funds are digitalized, which is a very great achievement. So technology is being used extensively. Look at mutual fund as an instrument of long-term wealth creation. Position mutual fund as a long-term wealth creator. Identify the advantages of mutual funds. Identify the risks involved in mutual funds. And these messages should be reached, spread across the country. They have a advertisement AMFI is doing, mutual fund Sahi Hai. Yes. Like that, you need to spread it across the country. And every fund house is doing it, but they should do it more vigorously, more extensively, and more regularly. Well, corporate governance to me is, in simple terms, doing the correct things in the correct way in the correct time. That is all the corporate governance is. There are rules, regulations, there are don'ts and do's, time factor. So all this, if you do it properly in time and in the right way, that's corporate governance. And this message of corporate governance has to be imparted to the company.